Hey folks, I'm Papa Boris, and I just finished a disaster of a run. Not only did I fail to win with the Zenith Guard, even though it might have been possible with better play, but just to a ridiculous brain blip, I purposefully killed off Abe, thinking he would be healed back from death because I thought I was the Hazardous Mechs, and I wasn't. I was the Zenith Guard. So Abe's dead. I don't have an actual pilot, and I think I'm going to take this opportunity to switch and do the Rusting Hulks. So the Rusting Hulks, this is another one-off squad for me. The pilot I use for this is Camilla. You don't necessarily have to use her, but since this squad makes smoke but isn't immune to smoke, having her on the squad somewhere just seems incredibly helpful. You can actually make an argument for her being on any of these three mechs. This one because it's melee. This one may be the least argument, but you could say that because it's the artillery mech and it's really bad if it gets webbed by a spider, you don't want it to be getting webbed. And then the jet mech because it requires very precise positioning to do the stuff that it does. I'll put her on the jet mech, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not. And let's see what we can do. So again, anytime we're starting with a fresh pilot, the primary goal is to level her up with some good ability, and then if I fail, I try again and start with a leveled up Camilla who has some value. Otherwise, of course, if I can get really lucky and win, that'd be great. We have Boost Scion. Low HP enemies and a low HP boss. And this boss, the main thing about it is that it webs and smokes you and insta-kills you. But Camilla's immune to that. I think we're just going here. It would be just absolutely insane if anything was better than that. Let's just do it. And we're going to have to do this mission at some point. Let's just do it. It's actually not too bad. The mites I'm not the world's biggest fan of, but there are definitely a bunch of missions I like less than knocking off mites. The map sucks. The buildings are really close. But what can you do? All right, so here, there's these two spiders. I just want to bait them with Camilla. The problem is I cannot put anybody here or here. There's no way to arrange it so that these characters don't get webbed. Now, oh, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So and I can't put it here because then the spider could theoretically jump in here. Okay, so I guess these spiders are actually a bit troublesome. Here, the spider could definitely go there. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I may put this mech. No, because this mech can fart backwards, and then I will just kill the spider that's webbing me. It's not ideal, but I think I'm going to do it. Otherwise, it's just way too difficult to place stuff. Now, this mech does have a little bit of a bonus. It has 4 movement. I know the placement's not ideal behind this building, but I'm hoping that's not an issue. Okay, so this spider luckily webs the thing. Well, this one could not reach the artillery mech. So will this one go after the artillery? No, it just goes after the building. Okay, so everyone's kind of going after a building other than the spider. But hey, good thing it's Camilla, or else that would have been awkward. So now, is there some way that I can actually deal with this? Or are we starting off another run taking a bunch of damage? Well, let's see. So, if I kill this mosquito with my artillery mech, you can go here and you can push both crabs at once. The problem is that the crab is alpha, does 3 damage, and then it kills you. So it's not ideal. If you could have gotten to this square, that would have been great. You could have pushed them both and saved them, but that's completely impossible and never would have been possible unless I put Henry on this thing or something. Okay, so that's not happening. Okay, so I could smoke one character of my choice and block a spawn. And I guess at this point we're just trying to minimize damage. Shoot. If I could have gotten here with my artillery, if I had started it further away, I could have walked here, farted on this spider, and killed this one. Okay, so wait, does this do a push? It does. So I could also shoot this, push it onto a spawn, and then it kills me. All right. Say I just do dumb, obvious moves. I smoke one. The one that does the most damage is this and this spider. So I use 2 of my characters to deal with them. And then I use a 3rd character to deal with either this crab or this mosquito. And then I take a net of 1 grid damage. All right, let's not worry about it too much. It's as good as we're going to get, it seems. So we do that. And then we just babysit you kind of unceremoniously. It is possible I missed a better move here. But the good news is that there are 4 characters, 4 enemies, and I have 3 characters. This is a very flexible squad. It can deal with a lot of different threats thanks to smoke. Thank God the spider didn't go after me. But I wish that... Okay, the mosquito actually, and the crab, both went after this random mech instead of going after the building. It could have been a problem had they gone after a building. Okay, so let's do an obvious move. Let's just kill this mosquito and cancel the crab's attack. I don't have enough movement. I would need 1 more in order to push this thing into the water, unfortunately. I could do a weird move like this to kill the spider and get a mech off of my artillery mech, or a mite off of my artillery mech. Well, let's do that. And then you, I guess, just repair and block a spawn. I actually could kill this guy, but I think that a 2 HP crab is less concerning to me than a random enemy. So the main thing is I need to get this mite off at some point. If I don't do that, I will fail the mission, and succeeding at the mission is of the utmost importance. We have a regular mosquito, so only 2 HP. I have 2 different characters who can kill it. The SWAT is very good at killing 2 HP. Camilla's immune to the smoke, so that was irrelevant. And the crab wasted its attack. Okay, so we're getting some good fortune, finally. A little awkward. I can't actually make much progress on this turn. I mean, I could shoot and kill this mosquito, I guess. If I could have stood in this mountain spot, I could have shot and killed the crab, which would have been better. All right, if I do this, that doesn't really accomplish anything. You might just want to repair, I guess, to get the mite off, since you don't need to do anything right now. We are getting a bunch of spawns. This is the problem. Okay, maybe what I want to do is push this mosquito into a spawn then, because... Yeah, that's smart. I mean, I could kill the mosquito, but I think I really want to get rid of a spawn. So we'll do this. That does kill that crab. And my artillery cannot kill this crab, but it can fart on the crab, which will deal a damage, and then you need to push the mosquito into the spawn. So it's not amazing. I have to get a mite off of this mech, and we do have... Oh, the mosquito died from the smoke and the spawn. Okay, so we have 3 enemies. That could be a lot worse. Okay, the crab wastes its attack. The mosquito wastes its attack. And this crab does not waste its attack, but that's fine. You just need very desperately to just go off in a corner and repair. Okay, so we just gotta deal with this crab. That seems easy enough. Oh, I can actually kill you. It's a bit unfortunate that, oh no, hang on. This is a bit optimal. So this, oh, never mind. I was trying to put XP on Camilla, but I can't. Oh no, I can. I can do this, and then there'll be 4 shared XP if I kill this crab with smoke. And then you can kill the little crab. So the other way was there would have been 2 shared XP, and the artillery would have gotten 4 XP. Instead, I flipped it with that move. So the artillery got 2 XP, and we shared 4 with the squad. Anyway, we netted 1 health, and now I have a couple of choices. I can go... I mean, these are pretty equivalent because they both unlock a 1-star and a 2-star mission. So the question is, do I go here, then I can take a damage to my power grid and get it back? Or do I wait and see what happens here? Now, this is one of my least favorite missions in the whole game, is the bad repairs, so I'm just not going to do it. The map is great map. There's a bit of distance. I mean, yes, these buildings are kind of up close, but there's a bit of distance from the further spawns. The mission critical building is in the back, and there's a bunch of things that the enemies can walk onto and die. So let's bait the alpha with Camilla. We definitely want to put somebody here, because from here, this spider may jump up here and blow up. My artillery mech, I think I'm going to put in the back because it is the most flexible, and then this melee mech I do want to put a little forward because it might need to walk a little harder to reach something. I mean, there is a bit of RNGesus action going on here. If these things position themselves wrong, it could definitely cause a problem. Like, this is already kind of scary. Crud. You want to jump up here? No, you jumped there. No. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So let's think about what we're doing here. Spoiler alert, we're taking damage to the grid. That's what we're doing. So I could shoot this crab and push it into this forest. It will kill the Scion for me. Which means, and that's the first thing that happens, which means that if anything does, like this mosquito then only does 1 grid damage instead of 2. Then I could walk up here. Oh no, never mind. When I do this push, the crab also gets pushed again. Okay. So I could, yeah, I could. I wish this crab hadn't stood here. That's very annoying. Because if it wasn't here, I could just walk here, push this spider, and it'll kill the other spider. As it is, I have to get this thing out of the way first. So, okay, I shoot it with my artillery. I push it. I walk in here. I push this spider here. It'll kill that spider. It also pushes the crab. And then Camilla tragically cannot deal with this mosquito. Oh, man. She can't deal with it. She just can't. Okay, is there any other way that I could deal with 2 things at once? Because there's 4 things threatening buildings. I should just check. Like, I could shoot and kill this mosquito. No, right? Just no. Because the problem is that this spider actually would kill its alpha brother, but the order's wrong. In fact, it would have been better if this had been the early one. Then I could have walked up here, moved it, it will kill the alpha, and then my other 2 mechs deal with this. But the problem is that Camilla cannot deal with this because she doesn't have the extra range yet to fly over it and the Scion. And then the Scion geniusly positioned itself to stop me from being able to do what I need to do. Okay. Well. Yep, I'm not seeing anything better. So we do this. We do this. Because this at least gets... Hold on. There is an option. I can actually fly here. Since I can't deal with... Yeah, since I can't actually deal with this mosquito anyway, I stop the crab from getting pushed. Then I can just repair the damage. So now it's what I said. The crab will kill the Scion first thing, and the mosquito is only 1 grid damage instead of 2 from the boosted Scion. So that means that if I can stop from taking any more grid damage, I do end this at full HP, which is really all that matters. That's all we really care about. The problem is this spider can attack anybody on my squad, and it can definitely cause a lot of awkwardness if it chooses to do so. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, luckily it chose to jump onto a bomb instead. And that's amazing. Okay, thanks for this, enemies. I definitely owe you one. Alright, so let's just do an easy move. We're gonna... Nope, not repair. You're not Herald. We're gonna push you onto that. We're gonna just... kill you immediately. And we're going to block a spawn. I guess we'll block this one because it's closer to these buildings. And that's that. Okie doke. Is there anything I need to do here? Nope, nope, nope. All right. And turn. Oh my god. I forgot about the mission. I just totally forgot that this was a Vex spawning mission. Well, luckily I blocked 3 spawn that time, so yeah, I'm a genius. All right, so now we have this guy, and I think we'll just again kind of do an obvious move. I could push it, of course, but let's just damage it and push it. It's gonna blow up a bomb, but I don't think that bomb was gonna be that helpful for me. And then Camilla will go up here and block this nearer spawn. And, yep, that's that. So, it's, you know, still a little tricky. I'd need to deal with 3 enemies, but this one at least has only 1 HP. And this is a very flexible squad. Granted, Camilla, or sorry, this artillery mech is far away, so it can't, fart on things, so there's a little bit of flexibility lost due to that. Oh, you bitch, spider. Alright, I mean, I can definitely deal with all this. It's just a question of whether I can get any experience. I cannot use Camilla to do push damage because she's at 1 HP. And if I fly over here, note that there's no fire, there's just smoke. The smoke will do damage, but only 1. So I'm just trying to see if there's like some kooky way that I could deal with this and also kill this spider. Weirdly, I don't... Well, maybe. Maybe. I still have my reset if this goes south. If I do this, it does light this forest square on fire, and then I can walk over after I've been freed and push it back into the fire. Okay, yes, there we go. We found it. So that just babysits it and does 2 damage. So one thing I love about this squad is, like, a lot of squads you can babysit the enemies, but with this squad, when you're babysitting with the smoke, you're also doing damage, and that really makes a big difference. The weak link is this, which is the melee push. I mean, there's like a pilot who does that, so it's kind of lame, but you know, you just need a good weapon on that mech and you're pretty good to go. All right, this is the worst mission here, so I'm really hoping that this 2-star mission is good. Yeah, artillery. I like artillery. This is a terrible map. Okay, let's not say terrible, but because these buildings up here are like really far away from the spawns, and this spawn point in particular, if it's like a land enemy that hits melee, it's really got a tough time getting up to anything. But of course, the old bar is right here. I am still going to prefer this over bad repairs. I just need to check this. Oh, don't kill the volatile vac. How about don't not eat my dick? Hey, okay. So we have 3 spiders and they're alphas. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, Camilla needs to go here so that this spider can't jump up here and threaten the artillery, and neither can this one. But that means where the hell is everybody else going? It's difficult. I think... Okay, so my artillery I'll put here. It can kind of... Well, no, laterally shooting at stuff isn't good. It's just be pushing it into the buildings. And the alpha can get to it anyways. I guess you might as well just be here, and or maybe even here, and just act as artillery, like literal artillery, where I can go up to this spot and push things away from here. And then you are just going to go here. I really don't... I mean, I could actually do this. This might be an interesting idea. So that if a spider comes up to it, I could just babysit it by pushing it. Maybe... There's a bit of awkwardness. Camilla would need to fly away first in case this artillery wants to move. Actually, I'm going to do this. I am not sure if that's correct, but it does protect this building, and it gives the enemies a target so that potentially, you know, like I might actually prefer to babysit than do something else with this. Oh no, this isn't good. This is not going as planned. Well, all right, I got my wish of this spider just going after me. Okay, so how many things are here? There's 1, 2, 3 things. Well, theoretically, I do have the artillery to help me out. But again, Camilla can't deal with this because she can't jump over this. God, if she could, that would have been amazing. So the question is, if I commit my artillery to killing this spider, can my push mech... The answer is, well, okay, hold on a bit. I could shoot this spider with the artillery, kill this with my artillery, and that leaves just this crab. Which, yes, I can deal with it. Okay, let's do it then. So we do this, block a spawn, we babysit ourselves, and we go up here just according to plan. The fire damage is nice, no one else can stand here. And this MVP artillery, I'll keep it in place. I could step it backwards, but I actually kind of like it here because then it can step over and maybe shoot down the line. And the main threat to it would be the spider that it just killed. So, you know what? I mean, I was whining, but that was a pretty good turn. We killed this crab, we killed the spider, killed the alpha spider. There's 1 alpha spider left. This is a pretty flexible squad. Hopefully I can just deal with it. And then there's a scion taking up space. Okay, I can definitely deal with it. So that's nice, and I think we just want to try to block spawns. I don't even care about killing the scion, really. Well, do I? Maybe I do? I don't know. Okay, let's get this. Let's go here and repair. You obviously... You know, the funny thing is, I actually would have liked this artillery to be back a step, then it could have shot this spider. But that's fine. No matter what the spider does up here, my artillery can always protect it. There's no way for it to be like pressed up against a building or in a spot where if I push it back, it's still hitting a building or anything like that. I think let's not dick around. All right, let's kill the scion. It's 2 shared experience. You could say, well, Boris, let the scion take up space and reduce the spawns, but I think that's just a little bit goofy. And I may actually want this artillery to kill something like it will kill this crab, for example. Okay, so my artillery is obviously committed to finishing off this crab. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Oh wait, there's a thing. I can actually push this crab into the smoke, and even though it laterally will still be targeting this, it will have its attack canceled. Okay, well, first things first, I do need to do that, obviously. And now, yeah, I mean, I can shoot this mosquito, but I can't kill it. Well, no, I can. Hold up. I can. Thanks to the push move, I have this resource which will kill the mosquito and cancel its attack. And then I have to do this to protect the mission. So it's a bit scary because I did not block a single spawn, but there's a 1 HP crab and 3 new enemies, and I do have this artillery, which has been helping out. Granted, I think from this position, there's a very, very, very small chance of it ever actually being able to do anything. That's the main problem. Like, it can't reach this spot, for example. Okay, well, luckily, these guys decided to do that. It is a problem because the pilot's threatened with death and it smokes, so it can't protect itself. Actually, it's a problem. It's a real problem because, oh boy. Okay, well, the good news is this artillery can do something. It can kill the crab and save that building. Now, the move I need to investigate is this. Oh, yeah, I get saved. So with the push damage, I can get out of here now. Eek. I can't do anything productive. Wait. We have a problem. Oh, no. I just assumed that Camilla could take care of this mosquito, but she either has to land in the fire or start in the fire. Then she dies. She's not immune to fire. She doesn't have thick skin. Oh, no. Oh, and that's a mission critical building. Oh, God. If I could have moved... Oh, my God. This is actually the most ridiculous thing I can possibly imagine. Holy shit. If I could have, like, moved through this square, I could have walked up here and pushed it. A little bit trickier than I thought. I can't lose Camilla. I just can't. So the real question now is, can I save this bar somehow? This thing couldn't have. It didn't have enough reach. It was 1 square away. 1 square away. This thing with the body block. I mean, it's this fire that's a problem from way back in the first turn. I cannot put smoke on this square. I cannot push this. I would have even been willing to use this guy to sacrifice itself to push this mosquito out of the way. Okay, I'm going to reset the turn because I don't want to lose the mission for sure. So the question is, what the hell can we do? If I kill this with the artillery, you're webbed and you can't get out because you're not Camilla. Camilla cannot do anything about this spider. The artillery can't do anything about the spider. Well, this is it then. What has to happen is I need to use my artillery mech to save the mission. This is why the mission critical building here is a problem. That mosquito did only 1 damage, so I could have taken a grid defense, but it was hitting the mission critical building. You can't babysit yourself, and you are useless, Camilla. Sorry to say it, you're useless. So, yeah, her having 2 HP is a real problem, and we lose the pilot. Well, it's not the end of the world. I mean, the fact that the pilot died kind of sucks, but it looks like it's kind of like losing a star later if I were to get a pilot to replace it. But I'd rather lose that star than lose the star of the mission, because that's, again, like losing 2 stars, assuming, of course, I succeeded all the other missions. All right, this is kind of weird, because this wasn't a good mission, the volatile vac, and this is a bad mission. What are you? Oh, well, that's a good one. This is great. Okay, this is the same problem as the last time, which is that the mission critical building is right in front. But the good news about it is that I can take 2 damage and still end up at full HP. The forward spider is, of course, an issue. I don't know if there's really any way that I can deal with that. One question is, I guess, do I try to bait this spider or not? Because if I don't put anybody in reach of this spider, it's going to be forced to attack this building or attack this mission critical building. Okay. I think I like that because it's a regular. It should be easy to kill. Right? Right? Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to leave everybody out of reach of spiders. Well, no, this spider can actually jump here, so it has to be like a weird positioning. I don't know. That might be selling out too much. This might be cure is worse than the disease sort of situation. But most of the stuff that they can attack is over here. So it's not like there's like a mission critical thing out here that I'm going to regret not being able to target. Okay, this could be good if somebody's... Oh, no one is ever going to stand here. I was thinking I could fart on it and do something, but no, I cannot. Okay, I believe there's an opportunity. If I push this spider, it kills that one. This crab's hard to deal with, though. I can't use Camilla because she flies into the airstrike zone. No, but you have 4 movement. You have 4 movement? Does this mech really just default with... Oh, the pilot leveled up and has +1 mech move, but it's actually really good because I can go here and I can kill the crab. And then Camilla can save this. This is good because I don't want people standing here attacking this building. Okay, let's do it. I mean, I should check. Is there any reason to check other stuff. I can push the crab into the air zone. But then I have to deal with these spiders individually. No. Okay. So you need to, like, step up so you don't get pushed into a building. Or no, what am I talking about? You're killing the crab. You're my crab killer. Wait a minute. Yes, you have to be my crab killer because Camilla can't deal with the crab. Right. Okay. So you kill the crab. You now push the spider, which kills the other spider. You do this and block the spawn. Okay, how bad is this? It could be worse. There's 3 enemies. I have 3 characters. This is a flexible squad generally. I didn't get the time pod. But this time pod is out of the way. Like, almost always, no matter where the time pod lands, it's a problem at some point if you don't get it. But this one, I mean, if there's ever one that's not a problem, it might be this. Okay, if this mosquito needs to move, it needs to move so I can get out. Okay, that's huge. If this mosquito had just stayed there, I could have actually had a real problem on my hands because this thing would have just been stuck in the smoke and it would have just died to the airstrike. Yeah, I actually don't know if there was any way for me to deal with that. I can't push it out of the way of here because this spot is smoky. So my mech that I said maybe it would be good for Camilla to be and couldn't actually do it. But anyway, luckily, huge difference. The mosquito didn't go there. So we can just, well, hang on. Is there anything better than just shooting at it? I mean, the other 2 are just dying. So, okay, yeah, I guess we'll just do this. And yeah, I guess there's nothing much for you guys to do. So I don't know. I'm going to just kind of hang out here. So if the mosquito's back here, like, what is it movement for? It can't get to this square. So yeah, either of these squares, I can just push it out and babysit it. Camilla will go here, block that spawn. I could have stayed unblocked this spawn, but now that these spaces are both smoked, enemies that come there don't really have much that they can do. Oh, and I guess, oh no, I like you standing there, so you're actually just gonna sit there. So pretty lucky airstrike, very lucky that this mosquito didn't block my artillery mech in. Okay, the crab actually has a hard time finding targets. This may not be trivial for the crab. Yeah, see, like to get at this mission critical building, I have to go into the airstrike. Okay, well, we have a... Actually, I can't use my smoke thing because I'm not Camilla. See, with this squad, you always wish that everybody was Camilla. That's kind of how it goes. Okay, so at least this crab suicided. It's weird. I can go here and I can push them both, but that doesn't actually save it. Fine, I guess. No. This spider is a problem. If I want to stay blocking a spawn, then I need to shoot at this spider, basically. But then I can't babysit the mosquito with this mech. This mech actually can't do anything right now. From this square, it's in smoke, so it can't do the mosquito. And from here, it pushes the spider in another building, and it doesn't have enough movement to get all the way over here. Well, I guess I positioned it wrong last time. Okay, I guess that means Camilla is going on a mission. So she needs to deal with the mosquito. The mosquito now will die. And then you need to kill the spider. The way I'm going to kill it is by farting on it. Because then that means that future enemies can't go to that space. And luckily the airstrike helped me. This actually would have been kind of tricky because this mech, I positioned it wrong apparently or got unlucky and it was useless. So I didn't have the ability to deal with these 2 threats and this crab since this thing was useless for anything. Okay, we got the sign, which is really good luck because it doesn't do anything except do its 5,000 IQ genius body blocking plays that they're famous for. Okay, the mosquito flew into the airstrike zone. So what are we doing? I can't go in here and kill the sign because this is fire. I could fart on the spider. I could also push my artillery mech into the spider to kill it that way. The mosquito dies. And then the scion lives. So really all this is at this point is like a little exercise of, is there some way that I can actually kill the scion? If I push, then you can shoot at the scion. Oh, well, yes. Okay, so we'll do that. It's annoying that my AI mech is getting the XP and that Camilla... Oh, no, hang on. I can do a clearance. All right, there we go. This is the move. So now we do that, and then we get shared experience. I'm trying to level up Camilla, is the thing. That's what I'm trying to do here. And she's in this plane. The thing is, the mech that does the best job getting experience is the artillery mech, but that's arguably the one that I have the, like, least incentive to put Camilla on. Okay, this is a good mission. Got the time pod. Still at full HP. We even got a thing. Oh my, that is the game speaking to me. That is God speaking to me through Into the Breach. And God is saying, you suck and I taunt you. All right, well, it doesn't cost any power cores, so I might as well put it on in case I do another fumble. I think I've just like, and this is, just to be clear, this is completely unnecessarily killed 3 pilots over the course of this series. Just absolutely no reason for it. So this pilot got a bonus move. This one starts with a bonus move. And so does this one. This squad has 2 4-move pilots. It's interesting. So I could actually just like roll it with 4 move and do something frisky like this, because this has been kind of an issue. If she'd had more health, it would have made a huge difference. And I really, really want all of these for her eventually. So this is a safe pilot to put power cores on. All right, well, how's this start? So I definitely want to bait this mosquito boss and the spider. So either of these 2 spaces would do that. I wish I could put a mech here, but the spider could jump to either of these adjacent spaces. Okay, hang on. What about like this and this? The spider could still jump here, but then I could fart on it. It's not the end of the world. Or I could flip these. Maybe I could flip these. I could push it out of the way, but no, let's, and then yeah, I might want the artillery mech to actually be able to do stuff other than farting on a spider. And then there's no way for an enemy to stay here or here, so this mech is not going to get body blocked. It can still join the fray. Okay, we'll try this. I just want any number of these mosquitoes to target Camilla here, and I want to try to kill the boss ASAP. So this is amazing here. Obviously, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have Camilla on this pilot, but... Oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-oh. The floating Scion body blocked me. That's bad. If Camilla had +1 range, which is impossible, there was no way for it to happen, I could have flown over both of them, but as it is, we're taking grid damage, kids. Well, yeah, we're taking grid damage. God darn it. I put this thing out of position. I can't get in here to kill this spider with push damage. So what I can do is I can shoot this with artillery, punch it out of the way, fly over this one to save it. But then this guy's useless and he can't do anything about this spider. He can't do anything about either of these things either. So, yep. God. And with this boost mech, the spider will kill. Well, the spider was actually going to kill the entire building no matter what. Let me just take a moment and see. Yeah, see, if you have like leveled up Camilla to start with like a mech reactor or something, here I would have already had the +1 range and I could have flown over both of them and saved everything. But alas, let's see. If I shoot this thing and fly over this one, I guess that's equivalent. Either way, this one's dead. But no, if I shoot this one directly, it takes more damage. Yep-a-dee-doo-doo! We are taking grid damage. I just don't see a way. It's most unfortunate and highly inconvenient. But what can you do? So, you don't have anything useful to do, unfortunately. I mean, should I try to reposition it? I'll go here, so at least I can sneak out this way, maybe? I don't know if that's correct or not. So this is not good. We are going to end with at least 2 grid damage, and maybe more. There are still problems, because with this line, I didn't have the luxury of shooting at this boss. Like, if I could have taken care of both of these with Camilla, then I could have shot at this boss, potentially. This is uncomfortable. Oh no. This is horrendous. This is horrendous to an unfathomable degree. This boss is going after my mech and it's webbed and smoked and can't do anything. And I can't deal with this spider either. Wowza palooza. I mean, I could do this just to hit it, but the problem is that Camilla can't deal with this spider, so I have to deal with this spider. Which, okay, I mean, this is a pretty good way of dealing with it. But now, and I'm gonna have to babysit this crab. But yeah, this AI just dies, which is bad because we have a spawn coming. The boss is at full HP. Now it's actually becoming a real problem to even try to kill this boss. I'm gonna have to start trying to cancel, like basically take grid damage. in order to get at this boss. And these crabs did a 5,000 IQ genius body blocking to stop Camilla from being able to cancel this boss. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. That's insane. All right, well, yeah, this is what we're doing. We're failing the mission. But at least I didn't take any more building damage. And this pilot does survive. Because of that. Well, although this is the mech that I put the thing on, so did that pilot die? Wait, you're going after the corpse? That's kind of funny. Yeah, well, anyway, this is an absolute disaster. So we failed the mission because we just never killed this boss. I guess I'll protect the grid. And that's that. So yeah, does having the pilot disabled mean that the bringing people back to life thing didn't go into effect? Well, shit, so now me saving that bar back in that earlier mission doesn't actually accomplish anything, because we ended up failing anyways. Oh, yep, it was saved. So even though this mech was disabled, the medical supplies still saved this +1 mech move pilot, which actually is quite good. All right, that's dumb, and I don't have a prime class weapon, so let's just get our very pathetic 2 power cores. Freaking finally get this +1 range. And since she regains an HP, I guess I'll give her the extra move. Well, I don't know. This mech flies, right? Maybe she doesn't need it as much as this mech. Let's give you the extra move first. And take a look at the other islands. So you have the spider mech, which is not great, and the boss has a lot of HP. The Scion boss is actually okay, but the bomb thing, yeah, this squad does a lot of like smoking stuff. And over here we have the extra HP, or the regen. This is actually bad for this squad, like extra bad compared to other squads, because a lot of your way of dealing with something is you like do a damage and put it on smoke, and then the Scion regen I believe happens before the smoke. But I still think that's better than having to deal with extra spiders. Or, well, I don't know, is it? I think I'm actually going to go for the spiders, because if I got the extra damage, or what, I put it on the wrong thing, holy shit. If I got the extra damage and the extra range, then the regen would be easier to deal with. And right now the range does help me with the spiders a bit. And the extra damage here would actually also be helpful for dealing with the regen. Okay, we'll try this. I could be wrong about that. The boss, I think, is worse here. Okay, a bit of a tough one. I kind of have to do this sad mission because I need to get to this power core. But, okay, protect the clinic with seismic activity is fine. Seismic is where it kind of like snakes along, so it's a bit unpredictable. All right, let's bait the scorpion. And I have to be very careful. If I sell out against getting scorpioned, I could just be in trouble. Putting on the edge did not work very well for me last time, so I'm gonna do it again! Oh, this time pod could cause me tons of problems. Like, I can't, like, you know, push somebody onto the square away from this building. All right, here's where the earthquake is. It's actually not really helping me at all. Yeah, of course you're gonna stay put. Of course you are. Oh, and then the body block. Oh, this is good, though. This wasted its thing. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. The order is wrong. This charger goes after this beetle, so the beetle first knocks off the shield, then pushes backwards, and then this charger destroys my time pod, and oh, thank God for the extra move, though. I can go here and push this charger and it goes into the water. Okay, well, thank flippity dippin' God, we have the extra range to finally do this. Can I fly here? No, I don't have enough movement. And now what? I can't shoot at this beetle because then it friggin' blows up the time pod. I could fart on it and pick up the time pod. I think that may be what I need to do. So we go, well, actually, hold on. Do I want to do push damage? Like I could do this and get some push damage on it and then fart on it. Yeah, let's do it. So we do this. Charger's gonna die. We fart. And I guess that's a pretty good first turn. So we do have 4 enemies here, but that's one of the nice things about this squad is the smoke is like relevant. You smoke a square and then the enemies now have to avoid that square for the rest of the map. What I'm concerned about is if the seismic activity cuts off the top of the map, and then the Scorpion appears just wreaking havoc. Okay, it looks like it's going down instead. Okay, you're just killing yourself. That's amazing. And okay, my +1 range is again of the utmost criticalness. So it's kind of weird. I actually could kill this thing and fart on this, but I don't want to fart on it. I actually want it to charge into the pit. I can, of course, push this thing into the pit. Okay. So, well, I guess what I could do, this is sort of weird, but I could fart on the beetle to kill it. It's good that I did push damage, so it's going to die. I then push you here, so you get killed by the seismic activity. And the motherfucking MVP +1 range saves the day again. And of course, this level would have been a nightmare twice already if it wasn't for that ability. Okay, I don't want to jinx it, but I think that this squad is starting to really come into its own here. You know what? The problem with this is that my mech is kind of out of position from here. It might have trouble being relevant once the seismic activity just cuts off this whole section of the map. Okay, you're surviving the seismic activity, of course. It's weird. So the seismic activity happens, and then maybe I do want my mech to kind of just stay here, because if this is like some sort of a moth or whatever, I need someone here to babysit. So let's block a spawn on the edge, and then we'll hope that you can babysit whatever comes out of here. That means we have to deal with the Scorpion and with this moth, and there's also these spawns, which could be a problem. Like, it's cut off. Jesus. So the moth, okay. So first the smoke damage happens, then the moth goes into the smoke. But the moth is safe because the smoke damage already happened. I am concerned about this Scorpion. I can't actually do 2 damage to it. I can only fart on it. I could fly at it, of course. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kill it. Okay, I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to make smoke on both of these squares, and I'm going to leave Camilla here to babysit it. And I'm going to use you to just damage and kill the moth. You just go here and block a spawn. My thinking is I have a 1 HP Scorpion. Camilla should be able to babysit it. And then we have these 2 spawns, and this is scary. But I'm hoping that with this smoke, it's actually hard for them to attack this mission critical building. Okay, this is a moth, which is a problem. All right, that's a shielded building. Actually, I can actually ignore that if needed. And so the real question is, what's this moth doing? Okay, well, this is fine. I can't kill that, probably. Well, I don't know. Can I? I can do 2 damage, 3, 4. I would have to find a way to, like, push damage it. Maybe. Maybe I can. Here's the thing. What I really want to do is level up Camilla. So I don't actually want this moth to have shared experience. I would rather... oh, wait. But I actually can't just babysit it, because if I push it here, it just hits this building instead. Right. So I actually have to kill this moth. So it's a good thing I have this move. And then I can finish it off with the smoke. And then you can, well, this doesn't actually do anything because you're an AI. Okay. Good thing that the Scorpion could have been ignored, because otherwise I would have taken grid damage. Yeah, the seismic activity is definitely worse than the other one, Cataclysm, I think, which just like erases one row at a time, because you can plan for that one a lot better, and it doesn't like split the map and cut you off. But in any case, we didn't take any grid damage there. So, and we got a time pod, which is great because I really need a time pod, having failed the first mission. Standing on fire removes fire and gives the mech boost. This is for everybody, right? This is like the heat sinkers thing. I don't know if I'm gonna hang on to that, but might as well do it for now while I don't have anything else. So, are we just taking a conservative line and giving everybody extra move? Is that what we're doing? I think so. I think she's the most likely to need it, so I'll give it to her first. What's this? Defend the train! You know we're doing it! You can't not defend the train. These poor helpless trains need our defense. So here's the thing. If I bait the Scorpion to walk here and I jump over it and smoke it, it will block the train and the train will dry. So I need this. And I need to make sure I'm not baiting the Scorpion with anybody. So something like this and this. And then you just clasp your hands together in prayer and hope for the best. No, you bitch. No. Why did you do that? No. Oh, no. Oh, God. Ah, Jesus crickety Christ. All right, this is going to be difficult. I don't think I can deal with both of these, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, you don't kill your little mothy friend, so I'm taking 2 grid damage, probably. Because I put myself... I just put myself in the wrong spot. If I could have pushed the Scorpion with this useless mech, then I could have shot this with my artillery, but I put it in the wrong place. And with even 5 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 2 squares short of getting here. Crap. I messed up. I should have... I mean, I don't know. I guess I should have been like, hey, that Scorpion could walk up in front of the train and be like, oh, maybe for that reason I should. But, yeah, if I had put it here, the Scorpion couldn't have reached me, then I could have walked here. Like, if I could have just swapped these 2 mechs, I would be in much better shape. Ah, crap. Well, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. We're going to take 2 grid damage. So we're going to hang back. I might even just do this. No, I'm fine. If the Scorpion wants to come after... No. If the Scorpion walks here and attacks my artillery mech, it's really bad because I can't shoot in that direction. I'm going to actually back up so that the Scorpion can't get at my artillery. We are going to, again, take advantage of this double range to save everything. And you are just really completely useless. It's a major problem how useless this mech is because now that these guys are back here, they're going to be just like terrorizing the train. I'll step up as far as I can, I guess. And should I push it? No, I shouldn't push it. I want to do damage to it. It's bad. We're going to have some problems. But, okay, if I fail to defend the train, at least I get a power core, and I think that's still worth doing. We're going to now take a grid defense mission and just hope for the best. Okay, you're obviously going after this. You are unfortunately not wasting your attack. You are. You're not. And you're not either. Okay. So, you are useless again. Ugh. Oh, no, you're not. You're not. You can go here and you can push the moth. Okay, you can babysit the moth. You can kill the Scorpion, just barely. And then there's this thing happening at the train, which means, I never dealt with this. Ugh. It's really frustrating. I can actually go in here and push the Scorpion and push this guy, but the Charger has a push attack. So it will push me into the train. And this guy cannot quite kill this thing with push damage because it has 2 HP. Am I just taking 2 grid damage and calling it a day? Let me see. I can push them off. I can... No. So I have to deal with the Scorpion and the Charger. And let's say I want to deal with this. Right. That's probably it. I use my 3 different characters to deal with the Charger, the Scorpion, and this Beetle. Because this Beetle's threatening 2 grid damage. The Moth is only threatening 1. Wait a minute. Hold on. I almost missed this move. Holy shit. I can't believe I almost missed it. We can fart on the Moth and kill the Beetle. Aha. But wait, did I do that prematurely? Because can this thing actually help with anything? Well, yes, because Camilla has 5 movement. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, because you can get in here. You can push the Scorpion. Okay, just for the record, if Camilla had 4 movement, I could have gone here, flown over this, canceled the attack, and then pushed out of the smoke. But as it is, we'll do this, and we will do an extra damage to you. Okay, we managed to hold on to everything. The main problem is that this train is now flying into enemy central. The Moth is still alive. There's 5 living enemies. A very vulnerable train. And this Scorpion can just do whatever the hell it wants. Okay, it chose to attack the train, which could be good, could be bad, depending on how useless this thing is. The Moth is obviously also going for the train. This thing chose to waste its attack, though. Okay! Can we defend the train? This is the question. There's 4 things attacking the train, and I have a feeling we're not going to be able to defend the train. Shit. Fuck. Okay. There's just no way I can defend this train, unfortunately, because everybody went after it. I would have needed some RNG like this guy going after a building or something. Man, if these 2 were switched places, I could have pushed the Scorpion into the Moth and killed them both. But as it is, yeah. The push damage doesn't quite kill this. Push damage doesn't quite kill this either. And this is very hard to deal with. So, it's so annoying. If I push the Scorpion into my mech, killing it, And then I use this to, like, babysit them off. Yep. It just isn't working. I think the train has to get hit, unfortunately. Because I can, like... Well, actually, this charger's a little tricky to deal with. Maybe, let's say I leave the charger alone. I deal with this charger. I deal with the moth and the scorpion. A little tricky to... No, yeah, it's not that tricky. I can kill the scorpion. I can babysit them off. And then I deal with this charger at the front of the train. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Is the train gonna move? Oh, it's unaffected by smoke. Okay, what I think happens is this charger hurts the train, which stops it from moving, and then the train doesn't actually move. So I think I fail the mission by 1, not by 2. At least that's what I hope. Oh no, the corpse disappears. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. So it's not ideal, but you know, it was a defend the train extra hard mission, and I still got a power core, so I lose again the mission bonus at the end. If you do 3 islands, then failing the missions isn't as bad. But, you know, it's still sad that I couldn't quite pull it out. Here, what I'm going to do is take a bit of a risk. I'm going to take off this move and give extra damage. And let's see what this is. Now that I need some grid damage, kill enemies. Well, I'm not bad at killing enemies. This is don't kill the volatile Vek. I don't like that. And then there's Lightning Storm with the X-Ax. So this is going to come down to which has the better map, because they both reveal the same missions afterwards. So this map is horrible. There's buildings right up there. The X-Ags are not in... Yeah, they're not in great places. I could fart on this one, but either direction that I shoot, like shooting into the water, is not very helpful. What about this map? This map is much better. There's decoy buildings, and look how far away everything is. Okay, this squad should be pretty good at killing stuff. Okay, this beetle has nothing to do, so I don't want to put anybody here. I don't want to encourage it to step forward, but let's do this and just kind of centralize everybody, I guess. Maybe I can get lucky and push someone in the water. This can actually kill the Scion for me, which is nice, so I don't have to deal with spiders. This is very unfortunate that they tag teamed like this, because if they hadn't, I could have pushed this one into the water. And it's very unfortunate that this one did this. Why are you like this, assholes? Because now, okay, here's what I think I gotta do. So, oh no, this is bad, because you know what? I needed 5 movement. Ugh. Okay, what if we do this? Does this destroy the building? Oh, the decoy building has 2 HP. That's very interesting. Okay, so I think this is the move. I do this. I go here. And then I blow the decoy building up. Then I can deal with both enemies with 1 huge smoke bomb. And then I guess what you're doing is just shooting at this beetle. So it'll be down to 1 HP. Okay, that was good. Blocking the spawn... Oh, I forgot about the mission. Okay, I should probably not block any more spawns, because this is only 5 total enemies, assuming I kill them all. I need some more enemies to be spawning. But notice, this squad is pretty good at killing enemies. Okay, so I can... Well, what am I doing exactly? I can shoot this one with the artillery. And... push this into the... Well, I can just kill this. I can kill them both. But then this one will kill the artillery, so I need to do something about it. I can't get to this square, maddeningly, to push it into the smoke, but Camilla can just deal with it, I guess. Yeah, okay. We just do this. Oh, she can block a spawn. Do I want to block a spawn? Okay, I'll block 1 spawn, but I'm not going to block another spawn. I do want to let 2 enemies spawn here. You could play this game of like, oh, well, I'll just let enemies spawn next time, but the problem with that is that sometimes like 5 HP enemies spawn and you really have a problem killing them. So this takes me up to 6 if I kill them both, but like, you know, the alphas might be hard to kill sometimes or whatever. And if there's hard stuff that comes out, I could end up in trouble. Okay, you could push this thing into the water. Let's just do that. And when does Technician happen? Okay, it happens before the enemies emerge, so I can actually do this. Yeah, that fulfills the mission. So now, yeah, we are gonna do this. And yeah, the Technician happens before the enemies emerge. So she heals, then blocks a spawn. Okay, so Technician is not one of my favorite abilities, but I guess it's probably good enough on a 2... If I'm putting her on a 2 HP mech, it actually is kind of good to be able to block a spawn and heal afterwards to continuously block spawns. So maybe I will not reroll this Camilla. Alright, can we get some XP here? Especially shared XP. This is awkward, because I would like to fly over both of them, but I cannot. Okay, here, let's do this. Now my mech can, of course, push this thing into the water, but it's not getting any XP when it does that. So let's do this. We'll get the 5 shared XP, and we'll fly away for the principle of it all. And okay, we got 8 enemies. That's pretty good. Some leeway there. How close is Camilla? I'm hoping she can level up before the boss, but it is a little bit tricky. A little bit easier now that she has the extra damage. But still a little tricky for her because a lot of her experience is shared. So there's the age-old dilemma. Do you take a mission that gives a grid damage so that if you take damage in that mission, you heal it back immediately, or do you try to go for 2 stars? Well, okay, because this is Terraformer, we gotta do it. Obviously, we have seen these missions go bad, but, I mean, you just have to do it. If you're not doing it, then what are you doing with your life? So we're just gonna... Well, actually, I am gonna bait the shit out of the Scorpion. I want it to go here and attack my artillery. Oh, no, we can't do that. Yep. Okay, I guess that's about as good of a bait as I can do. I like the idea of trying to get this charger to go down this empty lane. Or this empty lane, for that matter. And it also would be nice to kill the Scion. Ah, that's like... These guys are going in, like, opposite places. Okay, it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. You're in the wrong spot, which is your MO, apparently, in life. Okay, if I just terraform this, smoke this, and then just push this. The problem is both of these guys are going to make a spider egg, which I really do not like. What is your movement? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there is a move here. What I can do is I can kill this Scion outright, then terraform, then walk all the way around, block a spawn, and babysit the Scorpion, which is all very useful stuff. And then walk in here and babysit this charger. There's a problem with this line, which is now this charger could just like sneak up behind these buildings and just wreak absolute havoc. Actually, hold it. Maybe the correct way would have been to fart on it to cancel its attack and keep it. You know what? I actually think that's worth a reset. I actually think that's worth it because I need to really try to go into try-hard mode here and not screw up things. If I go here, I keep it near the terraformer. I still do a damage to it, but it's only 1 less damage in exchange for having it be near the terraformer where I could maybe get an auto kill on it, and where it can't get behind these buildings with 3 HP, leaving it out of range of my artillery to finish it off. Okay, this is actually wasting its attack, which is incredible. Alright, we're getting a ton of spawns. Okay, so we shoot the terraformer down to kill this guy. And that means that you can block a spawn and babysit the Scorpion. I mean, I could just, like... I could try to, like, do weird stuff, but, like flying Camilla in here. But no, let's just, babysit the Scorpion. Or, you know what? Maybe I could kill the Scorpion. I'm actually going to kill the Scorpion. I didn't even notice this. Let's just kill it. Okay, now you might say, well, Boris, if you were going to kill it, then why not, like, kill it with Camilla to get the experience on her? And that actually maybe would have been a bit more optimal. Okay, so now we need to shoot up and left. This is a bit tricky because I can't shoot down again. Or to the right. Ah, but this Moth I can actually kill now. And this Scorpion only does a damage, so it's fine. I could actually just let this go. I also could kill it by just shooting at it and bumping it into the Moth. Yeah. The main issue is just spawn blocking. So I think I'm actually, like, more interested in doing a move like this to simply block an extra spawn. And Oh, you need one more movement. Okay, so she either blocks a spawn or she does a bit of damage to this beetle. I mean, I guess I value the spawn blocking more than the beetle damaging because I should be able to babysit that beetle pretty well. And then you're actually just going to go here and block a spawn. Okay, so what we've got is just a full HP beetle and a 2 HP scorpion. And we have to shoot the terraformer up to finish the mission. I didn't need to repair Camilla, by the way, but I just did it, you know, to maintain good habits. This is okay. I can fart on it to cancel it. Okay, now apparently I can just babysit them both. So we are once again just trying to maximize Camilla's XP. If there's any way to... Okay, so she can kill this outright. If I push the scorpion and shoot this, she gets the full 4 HP. If she kills this, she gets 2 HP, and I don't believe there's a way to get shared XP on this. I don't think. Yeah, I don't see a way to do it. So, well, actually, maybe... Hold on. If she kills the scorpion outright, the artillery shoots this, and then this mech can push it in, but can that happen? I don't think so. Well, actually, it would have to be a very weird move. I don't have my reset, so I gotta be very careful about these shenanigans. First of all, let's not forget to do this. Okay, so if I go here, that kills the scorpion, and it also hurts my artillery mech, but thanks to this plus 2 HP, it survives. Then it goes up, push damages this thing, and then I push it into the smoke. No, because when I fly over the square, it creates a smoke square there. And then if I do it this way, yeah, it's not happening. Okay. Wait a minute, now this is a little awkward. Okay, well, if we just do this... Oh, shoot. Ah, that was the way to actually do it. I shouldn't have moved her. I moved her, then I did the terraformer, so I couldn't undo her move. Okay, well, anyway, she still gets 3 full XP at least. But I do believe that there was a way to get the beetle to die also. As it is, it almost but doesn't quite die. There is an upgrade you can get, 3 power cores to make smoke do an extra damage. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than spending 2 power cores just to make the artillery mech do extra damage. It's a tough call. Alright, Scorpion Leader's a tough one, lots of HP and an AoE web, but the map is good. This is about as good of a map as you can hope for. So, you have 3 movement, so the question is, do I actually want to bait you to come up to Camilla and waste your web, or do I want you just to bumble around? It may be correct to let it bumble around, but on the other hand, if I do this and it does come up, then I can just bloop, fly over it and do damage to it. So how concerned am I about needing all my characters to deal with stuff? Well, kind of. Because these 3 could all theoretically go after something. So I could, like, put her here. That doesn't encourage this scorpion. I mean, it still could go up all the way, but it might not. And then she's available to, like, do a sweep across these 2 spaces, for example, if needed. Okay, I'll try that. So now I just want to make sure I'm not baiting the scorpion with anyone else. One thing that is awkward about this map is how... my artillery mech can't just necessarily hang out here because there's all these water spaces where it can't shoot from. Okay, I have some misgivings about this. We did fail the first map mission for the corporate leader because I just didn't kill the boss. That's unlucky. That is a problem. And that's a problem. Can you, like, just stand next to your friend? Okay. This is a bit better. So the main issue I face is that this charger is really difficult to deal with. I might just need to fart on it, honestly, to deal with it. Oh, God, is there some way? Because I would like to damage the scorpion, you know? It would be good to do that. Oh, hang on a second. This charger's actually going to run into Camilla after she flies over. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we got to just fart on this thing. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's the only way to deal with it. Okay, and now, well, we either block a spawn or do 1 push damage. I think we'd rather block a spawn. Now, the scorpion can then come up here and web my guy. And how bad is that? It's bad. That's actually a really, really bad thing that could happen. So, okay, we're going to do the push damage instead and let a new enemy spawn. I'm going to gamble that with all this smoke, this enemy's not going to be very productive anyways. It's a bit of a gamble, to be clear. But at least this beetle shouldn't be able to do anything. This charger is unfortunately not wasting its attack, but the beetle is again body blocked. You just backed up and charged. And you went after my boy. Oh dear. Oh, the moth is also going after my boy. Okay. So what are the threats? There's 3. Well, I can deal with 2 of them at once with this move. So that's probably what I'm going to do. You can babysit yourself. So the question then is, what is Camilla doing? Well, she's, I guess, doing 3 damage to the boss. I mean, that's about as good as you can hope for. Okay, let's roll. And we'll do like an extra smoke space, just in case that helps. And you just need to babysit yourself so you don't die for no reason. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, luckily, I forgot about that moth, but luckily this is not an alpha moth. I don't know what I would have done if it had been, just so we're clear. But luckily it's not an alpha, because an alpha would have actually killed this pilot, who is invulnerable and an AI, but still, not great. Okay, I can do 3 more damage with Camilla, so the question is, can everybody else just deal with the shit? Oh no, that's horrible. Oh my god. Because I could have had my artillery mech get in here and fart on the scorpion, or fart on this charger and shoot the scorpion, but now there's no way that can happen. Okay, you're doing 1. You actually can fart to save yourself. Okay, let's think here. So this moth is just backing up. And yeah, no, this is horrible. So if I do this, can you help against the scorpion? You really can't. Because of this body blocking beetle suddenly being relevant. Like, if you could move wherever you wanted, what would you even do? You'd, like, kill the charger, I guess? Because the moth is doing 1 building damage and the charger is doing 2. So, okay, let's say that we push the scorpion into the smoke. And then that leaves my artillery mech free to move. It moves. It kills the charger. Camilla protects the building and gets to work on the boss. I mean, that's about as good as we can hope for, I think. Oh yeah, I guess this beetle... No, this beetle doesn't die because this thing is smoked out. Dang. Okay, well, could have been better, and it could have been worse. I mean, taking 1 damage on the boss fight is, frankly, not even that bad. It's a bit annoying if you're trying to do a 2-island run, but I think it's very likely I'm going for 3 islands with this squad and what's currently happening. So I am gonna just hope for the best here. Oh god, this scorpion. It's just wrecking my life nonstop. Oh no. Okay, so there's a lot of things that are threatening me, and so there's 3-4 grid damage being threatened. I mean, obviously, Camilla's over here. She was the boss killer of the day. There's nothing else that I can do. You are webbed, so there's nothing you can do. There's no way for me to get the scorpion off your back, so there's nothing better for you to do than to babysit. So we have 1, 2, 3 grid damage being threatened, and there's no way for me to deal with more than 1 of it at a time. So it's just happening. We're taking 2 more grid damage. That's very not ideal. I mean, I can push the moths into each other, but then neither of them dies. I can push this moth into the scorpion. The scorpion's already dead. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have nothing better to do than just kill one of the moths. Oof. Well, you know, that's what happens when you let everybody spawn. She's skilled. Well, that's a good one. That is one of the best ones you can possibly get. That's the mech HP and the extra move. You know, I didn't comment on it, actually. There was one other time in this run where that 4% grid defense actually saved me a grid, and it happened again, which is actually just insane. All right, because we blew up the train, we don't get a bonus. We have standing on smoke, repairs mechs, and remove smoke. So I could replace the original thing with, instead of the damage, it's that all of my squad is immune to smoke and heals from it. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Killed enemies explode. Victims also... Okay, that's weird. And then freeze yourself in target. Okay, so I think we're doing a very simple line. We're just going to do this. When you have 1 star like this, you could sell a weapon and get another one. So I could sell my starting thing and then get this thing. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to get back my grid defense. And then we're going to leave. Now, with my extra power cores, I really like this. I think it's better than this, but I'm just going to get this for now, and then I can switch to it later if I wish to. And okay, So we have to now do the bomb scion or the regeneration scion. Well, now that I have extra damage and there's no mama spider rolled, we're going into Acid Town. Okay, we got a power core here. Actually, both of these missions unlock it. This one also unlocks another one. So as far as map goes, this is better. We got mites and we got acid storms with Vex spawning. I'm going to just go here. Because if you go here and then you have to go here, it's like a little weird. I'd rather just give myself the option. Like I'm willing to pay a star. This is, it's not the best because of this building, but at least this building that's close to all the spawns has a shield on it. Maybe we can do something tricky with the teleporters. Okay, so no webs or anything like that. We should try to bait the blobber. So let's like try to get it to put a thing here, I guess. Let's see what happens. Gotta knock off the mites. Remember, if you walk into acid, you do knock off a mite. Ooh, okay, so now this mission is a star and a power core. That's not bad. Okay, that's awkward because it, this is the one thing this bitch could do that would actually threaten something, and it did it. Okay. So you are attacking my mech and you're backing up into a building. It's extremely uncomfortable. I could just shoot it with artillery and have it back off into a mountain. Oh, man. Okay, this is horrible, but I mean, I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to protect everything. We're going to go here, get on acid to knock the mite off, fly here. The snail wasted its turn. You can't push this snail. Oh, here, let's take care of business. So we teleport, we shoot here. This thing backs off into a rock and dies. You can't actually get the snail into the water, annoyingly, or the acid, because if you walk here, you teleport here. But if I go here and teleport, I can push this thing and at least preserve the shield. I think that's worth it. Oh, they switch. I did not know that they would switch places. Well, then Camilla dies. Okay, I guess we're resetting the turn. Hoop-de-doo. So what is it then? I can't actually do that first, right? Because I do this, and then this. Oh, no, I can. I can walk here. Oh, I should have done that first. I should have walked over and then done the move. And now the same thing is going to happen. It's going to switch places. Well, crap. So I could do a push damage to each of these, or I could knock my mite off. Or I could jump that way and then have Camilla be really out of position. No, I don't want Camilla to be that out of position. So we're just going to accept not protecting the shield, I suppose. And I will do the push damage. Because 4 versus 5 actually is significant. It makes it so that push plus a shot from my artillery mech kills it. So it's not great. We have a blobber. So we have 5 enemies now. This is very bad. We lost 2 shields. This was a disaster of a turn if you think about it, because we used up 2 shields and still got nowhere. Okay, let's try to have a more productive turn this time. So you guys are both going after this building here. And so is the blobber. Everybody's going after the same thing. Well, luckily, Camilla has +1 motherfucking range. So that's good. Now, do this and push this blobling away. And then what I really want to do is kill this blobber. So here's the thing, though. If I kill the blobber, these things will regenerate, which really sucks. I'm fine. I'm gonna kill the scion. I am still doing a little bit of damage to the blobber, and I'm just hoping that I can deal with 1 more turn of bloblings. There is a problem, which is that I have 2 turns left, and I still have 2 mechs that need to get their mites knocked off. And there's this snail who's been wasting its turn so far, but it could at any moment decide to attack a building. Hornet's a really annoying spawn here because a lot of stuff just wouldn't have mattered, but this definitely does matter. The snail is again wasting its turn, which is good. These 2 guys split up now. That is bad. The Hornet did waste its attack, though. That is good. Okay, so what's happening here? I have 1, 2, 3 things that need to be dealt with. I mean, theoretically, I could deal with all 3. I could go up, shoot this thing, fly up, kill both of them, and then you cannot deal with the blobling. Oh no, boy. Well, okay, alternate plan. I can push damage kill this, do 1 damage to this thing, but the snail's then just wasting its attack. I can deal with this thing with Camilla, and then I could deal with the blobber by farting on it. The problem with this line is that I still have not knocked off my mites, and that's actually becoming a serious issue. I didn't kill anything. Yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let this blobling go, and in exchange, I'm going to get my mites, get the mites knocked off of one more character. So I can do this. Who am I least? Oh yeah, no, you can't deal with this scarab up here. Okay, so we're gonna kill it, and then we're gonna block a spawn. I feel like this is really, really worth it. So I take a grid damage, but I killed off a lot of stuff. It's just the blobber and the hornet, and I have 2 characters who need to deal with the blobber and the hornet. Okay, the blobling is wasted. The hornet is not, but thank goodness we have the capability to now ignore this and make sure that you are getting your mite off. There's no way to shoot at the blobber, unfortunately, while standing in acid. That would have been ideal, or the hornet for that matter. But that's okay. Just repair. You just do this. And then, I mean, you just don't screw it up. Okay, did the mission, took a grid damage, which I think was worth it, cashed out every single shield this map started with. So not, you know, the most sterling performance by this squad, you might say. But hey, we're still in it. This is why you sometimes take the easy missions on unfair difficulty. I can now choose to switch this into this. I'm gonna try it, I don't know if it's correct. Detritus Contraption. Okay. That's the one that does either a shield to everything or a damage to everything. The map is really good. The mission critical building's far away. A bunch of spawns can't even touch anything. I'm going in. You can always like wait and see if you get a time pod or something, but I don't see the point of that because we just got a time pod. All right, so these hornets I think need to be baited. So we'll bait the snail and we'll bait the hornets. I maybe could have thought about that a little bit more, but... And this blobling is probably going to be a nightmare. Okay, you're going after the building, which is unfortunate. You're going after the building, which is unfortunate. You're going after both buildings, which is very unfortunate. You wasted. Okay, that's good. You wasted. That's good. You're not going to waste, are you? Oh. Okay, but you wasted too. All right, so the obvious move here is to go over here, and then I can... What are you shooting at? You're shooting at those spaces, and then I can, like, shoot this. You know, if I was doing an extra damage, this thing would be dead. Okay, I regret everything already. Crap. And Camilla cannot deal with this. The Camilla can't deal with it because she doesn't have a space to fly to. Okay. What Camilla can do, and I think it just has to happen, is this. And so what I can now do is a kind of a weird line. I can actually shoot the bobbling and fart on the beetle to handle that. Oh my god, I forgot about the detritus contraption. Oh man, oh shoot. Yeah, it might have been worth it to shoot at this and then finish it off with the detritus contraption. Now, regardless, is that worth... I don't know if that's worth resetting. I can push her out of the way. You know what I think I want to do? I'm going to do this. We're going to push the hornet into the path of the other hornet. Oh, no, then that kills this mech. Okay, well, now we're definitely resetting. That was a little bit greedy. Okay, let's consider this again. I do this. I shoot a missile at everybody. This thing takes a damage and takes another 3 damage, but that's okay. It's down to 1. That's fine. It's not fine. It's bad. But this does allow me to do this move, because now she's out of the way. Okay, let's go for it. So we're doing the missiles. None of my own squad is dying. Oh my god, I didn't need to do that fart because it was the blobling was already going to die from the detritus contraption. Okay, so I maybe missed an opportunity to do something better there. But you know, it's fine-ish. So there are 4 enemies on the field, and I only have 3 characters. But worst comes to worst, I can maybe do like a shield or something. guys are double teaming. Okay. It's bad because if I now do the missiles to get rid of the blobling, then I kill this mech, which isn't good. Okay, if I push this Hornet, I can fly over both Hornets. I can go down, and I can fart on this thing. Or I can just shoot it. Problem is, I didn't deal with the blobling, and I take 2 grid damage. And if I do the missile, then this mech dies. What if I repair with this mech, and then do a missile? Kills the blobling, kills the Hornet. So, can Camilla and my push mech babysit this situation? I mean, they can. Okay, so if I do this, I will die because I will repair, take a damage, and then block a spawn and die. So that's not good. But where do I want to position this mech for the future? I don't know. So we'll just kind of centralize it. Now we just shoot the missiles again. So now we have to do shields both times, which is a little scary. What am I more afraid of? I think I'm more afraid of the Hornet. Even though this thing like attacks at range, it's in a better position. The Hornet can fly somewhere weird. So we'll kill the Hornet. Oh, you don't reach this Scarab. Oh my god. It doesn't reach the Scarab, and I've used my reset. That was a disastrous error. I, for some reason, was absolutely sure that this mech could reach the Scarab. So obviously I had to use Camilla to kill this, and then use this to push away the Hornet. But I got too clever, and I took 3 grid damage for absolutely no reason. Okay, well, that happened. So, yep, now we have to do shields. We have no choice. So hopefully we kill as much as possible before doing the shield. This blobling miraculously wasted its attack. I mean, it could have shot up here from this angle, and then I would have been in a heap of trouble. As it is, what am I doing? I guess probably, let's see. If I push the snail here, I can fly over it. And I can take a hit because I'm at full HP. What am I doing with you? I think what I'm doing with you is I'm killing this stupid blobber. So we do that. We do this. We fly in there. Whoop! And then we do have to put a shield up, which unfortunately saves this thing from dying to the smoke. And there's a new enemy. So maybe I could have considered putting on a shield first and letting the blobber live and block a spawn for me. That might have been smarter. But now we have, okay, Scion is not the end of the world. That's okay. So this last turn is going to be a nothing burger. There's no experience to be gained. I have an AI pilot. We just need to remember to do the shield again to not fail the mission. And for the principle of it, we're going to kill that Scion. Okay, I lost 3 grid damage for absolutely no reason. That was a bit of a heartbreaker. But if I can successfully complete all the missions, then at least I can get like the 4 grid defense at the end, and I could still maybe be okay. I'm a little bit behind on stars because I did fail both of the first island's mission bonuses. So on the one hand, I want to get stars, but on the other hand, I want to get my grid defense back. I do not want to not kill enemies. This is a very generic one. The map's all right. We're just going in. Okay, is there any way to bait the blobber? I mean, yes. If you like do something like this, the blobber might go in this square. Try it. These scarabs, you know, I think I underestimate. They're a problem because they like shoot in a row. They're hard to babysit. This could be a disaster. I could really be regretful that I don't have any extra leeway. Oh man. The blobber bait failed. And everybody's going after the mission critical building. Man, you've got to be kidding me. And then we have the stuff spawning. Shit. All right. So this is a tough one because if I push it down, well, if I push it up, it kills its buddy. All right, let's check that. So let's say I push it up. Then I can fart on this and hit this Hornet. But the Hornet lives and it'll still hurt this building. So Camilla now has to deal with the blobling and the Hornet. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much better. I just don't see any way to, like, I can't fart on this blobber and shoot this way. I can fart on this new snail and shoot this way, but that doesn't actually save it. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. There could be something better, but I think I just have to accept my fate. Well, Well, okay, what if I push this up? It does kill the Blobling in that case. Oh my god. Okay, I'd have to reset at this point because you can't. You're one movement short of being able to push this thing up. So I have to now think about it in my head if it's worth the reset. So this, say I moved her, and I pushed this up. This kills the Blobling. This thing is still sitting here. So what? I go down with her, fart on it, and kill the Scion. All right, I think this works. But if it doesn't, then I just wasted my reset. So I think it's this. I go here, I kill the Scion, fart on this to cancel its attack, push this thing up to kill the Blobling, and then Camilla babysits the Hornet. So I'm being a bit greedy. But the good thing about this is that because the Scion's dead, this Hornet does actually die. And we save all the grid damage. So we have a Blobber at full HP, this thing is alive, this thing's alive, and the Snail is also alive. We have a Spawn and something else jumping out of the acid. So it's a very greedy move, because now if I can't protect everything, I might be worse off. Okay, the Blobber wasted, which is really good. You didn't waste, you obviously didn't waste, and you couldn't have done anything. And we have a new Alpha Hornet, Christ. Okay, so there's this, and this. It's 3 things. Technically, it might work. So let's say I push this one into the acid. I fart on this one. Actually, well, I could take 2 damage. I fart on this one and push this into the acid. And then Camilla just kills that one. All right, is what we're doing. Well, let me just 1 second. So if I push this into the acid, I was trying to see if I could like push this thing up and have Camilla kill them both at once. But that's just a psychological trick. It doesn't matter if I spend 2 actions to kill 2 things or 1 action twice to kill 1 thing each time. And then this. Okay, so she takes 2 damage. I don't know why it's a she. This is, I think this is like a cyborg pilot. It takes 2 damage. We still have a Blobber, an Alpha Hornet, a new enemy. Now the Beetle can now attack. It can go here. Or do they have 2 movement or 3? They have 3. Yeah, so he's still relevant, tragically. The Hornet is obviously relevant. Okay, this is an opportunity. I can get rid of both of them, although the Snail isn't actually doing anything, so I don't know if that matters. Okay, I have the Blobling, the Hornet, and this Beetle to deal with. If I push, I babysit the Hornet, but the Blobling is still a problem. I can, however, kill this Beetle with push damage. Block a Spawn, kill the Hornet. Fine, I'm just going to keep being greedy. We'll kill the Hornet. We'll try to stay in position. And then we'll use push damage to save that building. So everything is still protected. Like, I'm just on the edge of my seat here, constantly getting by with good luck from the enemy targeting. Okay, that's not wasted. It's wasted. Oh, he didn't have to waste it, but it did. And that is majorly wasted. Okay, I got super lucky here that they just wasted all their attacks. There's no XP to be gained, so it's just a matter of killing this Blobling and dealing with that. Now, I cannot take this hit. I cannot, so I can't just shoot at this Blobling. How do I deal with this? Okay, there's a way. So I do this for the Blobling, and I just babysit this. And then you have an extra move. You could have dealt with, like, the Snail, if needed. As it is, for the principle of it, we'll kill that Beetle. Okay, miraculously, I took no damage this fight. I got 2 damage back, so I'm still missing 2. And I got a Time Pod. So my inclination is probably to try the other mission that gives 2 grid HP. But I think if I remember correctly, that was a bad mission. We got a pilot. Thick skin, baby! Well, all right. You know what's weird, though? This is wasted, because his thing is the same thing. All right, we're going to, I guess, put him in here. And then put this pilot here. +1 mech move. You know what's bad about this, though? Is this mech doesn't want, like, this. Ugh, it's like I'm wasting a power core in this case. You know what? I don't want to waste a power core. even though it means wasting Herald's stupid ass ability. So we're gonna keep it this way, and then with my 2 power cores, I can get the damage. Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, I also want this movement, but hopefully we can get that at the end of the map. So now, oh right, there's this place. Oh my god, high threat detected. Kill 6 or fewer enemies. God, that's so bad. The map is amazing. The map is amazing. The mountains block the buildings. What's the map looking like here? This map is also very good. Okay, we're going for it. I want the stars and the power. So we need to try to bait these scarabs and the hornet by clumping people up as much as possible. This means I'm not baiting the snail though to shoot down an empty lane. How much do I care about that? I mean, they might not even take the bait. They could just like be like, you know, so it's not that great. But this is basically guaranteeing that the snail goes over and shoots this. So what am I willing to do for like the probability of the snail shooting down the empty lane? I guess I'm willing to do a little bit. Because if this snail does shoot down the empty lane, it's a big deal. Although there's 2 of them. They're not going to both do it. I messed up. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so this one's wasting, but now this one's definitely going to go after this building. Oh, Christ. This is really, really distributed. Distributed offensive here. Oh, Christ. Okay, so I can fly over both these snails. But we have a major issue, which is that this stupid fucking blobber body blocked me from being able to deal with this scarab who's getting after the mission critical building. Shit. I think I'm in a lot of trouble here. So what I might need to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, I might need to like walk over here, fart on this blobling, push the blobber, go here, push this, and then fly over these snails, and just accept that I'm taking 3 grid damage. I mean, there's just, I mean, what were we supposed to do here? It's unfair difficulty, gang. It's unfair difficulty. Okay, so how does this work? You have to fly into position. You need to get in here and take this shot. This thing could not have possibly acidified it. But I guess I'll walk it over here and acidify this. So it does die. I need to kill 4 acid enemies. And then we go here. Oh, I didn't even think about the push damage killing the blobber. That's actually nice. But taking 3 grid damage, that is not nice. So I'm a little bit concerned, obviously. Because we have to fight the boss before we can buy more grid defense. Yeah, these things are a real problem. I like them better than mama spiders and stuff, but yeah, they're definitely annoying. Okay, it's actually impossible for this artillery mech to attack this hornet. I can't do it. And there's no spot I can stand on that I would shoot it. I don't have the movement to get to this square. So Camilla has to kill that hornet, unfortunately, instead of killing the scarab, which is what I would have liked. But, okay, at least I can do this to kill the scarab. And then this to kill the hornet. So we're basically just, like, refreshing and getting a bunch of enemy spawns. The good news is that now we have succeeded in our mission. And with 3 enemies, this should be manageable. This is a waste. This one couldn't do anything because of the smoke. And the beetle blocked the snail from being able to do anything. So that's all good. That is all great. It'd be nice if I could accomplish something. Let's see, I could push the snail onto the spawn. Is there some world? Here, I can just kill this guy because he's already acidified. Then I can acidify the snail, fly over it with Camilla to kill it, and you block a spawn. Technically, I should have repaired, because with Herald, I also would have pushed it. But it doesn't matter. This isn't a mech HP mission. So again, we have the same thing as last time. 3 enemies. Beetles can't do anything. And you wasted your attack. Could I have babysat this thing? I could have. Yeah, I could have. Because Camilla can go here and do that. So this was fine. And these beetles were never, ever going to do anything. There's nothing for me to do here. Well, actually, I mean, I could try to get shared XP, right? But I don't know if that was possible. Maybe, since I do 3 damage. Right, I could have, like, shot it. But I can't get down to shoot it laterally. So I can shoot it this way, but then pushing against... Lord, why am I doing that? Anyway, oh no, I accidentally did it. He's attacking this way, so he backs up and pushes against Herald with the push damage, actually giving us the shared experience. That's hilarious. And Herald even got the 2 instead of the 1. Okay, that's nice. Okay, well, grid damage is the problem here, but we're succeeding at all the missions, so I'd love to succeed at this thing. I mean, okay, number 1, I really just don't want to die. That would be great if I could just not die. All right, we're gonna try. The problem is that baiting the blobber and baiting these scarabs is sort of like a different process. But all right, this sort of does it for both. The blobbling could go here, here, or here, and the scarab can hit both of these. Got the regen sign that could cause problems. That didn't do it. But that actually, that bait actually worked. Okay, so there's an obvious move here, which is to push this blobbling away from the building and push this blobber in front of the boss, who will do 3 damage and acidify it. So then the question is, what do we do after that point? That's not necessarily the best call, because the other thing I could do is I could just jump over both of these and cancel both of their attacks. But if I do that, I can actually take a bit of a greedy move, you could say, and I could shoot this regen sign, because you really don't want the regen sign alive in the boss fight, because oftentimes you have to kill the boss in stages. So I could actually jump laterally, but no, we'll take a kind of greedy move. We're gonna make some smoke and do damage to it. So both scarabs are alive, the blobber's alive, annoyingly, and the boss took no damage this time. That was the other thing. If I had jumped over the boss, I would have dealt 3 damage to it. 2 from it, and then 2 from... Oh no, 4 damage, 2 from it and 2 from the smoke. So it's a bit of a risky line. I don't know if I did the right call. Okay, they're clumped up, which could be good. That's not a waste, which is bad. That is not a waste. That's not a waste. But that is a waste. Okay, so there's 4 things. Is there a way I can deal with more than 1 at a time? I don't think there is. Oh no, I think I'm taking more grid damage, kids. Okay, if I fly over both of these and kill them, I can go here and I can push the blobbling and push the boss. That does absolutely nothing. Okay, never mind. Shoot. No, nope. Okay, I was thinking I could body block this and shoot at this thing, but it doesn't kill it, not even with push damage. Yeah. The order's wrong. If I push this up, the Hornet doesn't kill it. Oh no, okay, if I could push it up, and the Hornet will kill it. But I mean, there's still the problem. There's 3 things left, and I only have +1 range. You can't get +3 range. Shoot. So it's 2 grid damage no matter what gets hit, no matter what I leave. So I'm just gonna take a second here and see if there's any possibility that I'm missing some kind of move to block more than, or to basically just save the stuff. That would require like pushing 2 things that are both, yeah, they're just too far apart. Wait, this did oh my god, this, I fart on one and I push the other one. I'm just committing to that, by the way, because I mean, like, if it doesn't work, then what else is there for me to do? And then I can do this to cancel the boss and kill the blobber. Although, okay, if I push this blobbling away and I push this boss into this blobber, that also kills it. And then I fly over it, and then I can end up in a different spot. I can end up in a better spot, like here. Wait, can you get here? You can't get in here. Oh my god, this didn't actually save it. Because you cannot get into this space which you need to be in to push the blobbling away, because this Hornet's body blocking you. Oh, that's hysterical. Okay, well the good news is I could sacrifice you. No, I can't, because, oh my god, this is hysterical. So I could body block this boss and then just die instead of letting these 3 grid damage happen. And then I could use Camilla to kill this blobbling. But Then I have one more round of spawns still, and all this stuff still on the board. Crap. Yep. I found this amazing move, but unfortunately, this guy got body blocked by the Hornet, and I would have needed 6 movement to get in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To get in there, so that movement that I cavalierly took off actually ended up making the difference. Crap. Camilla can actually body block this, but the problem if she's body blocking it, she can't jump over the Hornet to free this guy to move in here at the same time. And she is canceling this guy's attack, which she would have done anyways. Is there some world where I like jump over and I push Camilla? No, because the boss is still there. What if I jump over this, kill the Hornet, kill the Bobber, push this? Then you take 2 damage instead of taking 4. Yeah, this sucks. Well, no, I don't want to take 2 damage for no reason, so I guess we'll do it this way. And then you are going to pathetically... No, not block a spawn. You're going to kill this dangerous Scarab. Okay. So we're going down to 2 HP, but the saving grace here is I have succeeded at all the missions so far. And actually, I had grid defense kick in at some point, twice maybe, without which the run would actually be over right now. But because of that random grid defense, I'm still alive. I can get 4 grid defense, assuming I can survive to the end of this. I have to survive 1 more round of spawns and not take any more grid damage, obviously. Okay, there's an easy move here. We're just going to do it. Actually, I don't even need the push. We can kill the Hornet with Camilla's 2 massive damage. We can just kill you with straight damage. And then I'll just body block the smoky spot because I don't want any enemies spawning forward. Okay, the Hornet, even the Hornet with its massive 5 movement can't do anything because this building is already dead. So it's just going to waste its attack. This one could attack that building, but it didn't. So now we're just trying to find ways to get shared XP for Herald. I mean, this seems obvious. They will both die. And then I can fart. Actually, I can't. I can't shoot down. And I can't push it into the smoke either because it's smoky here. Oh, that's hysterical. Yeah, I can't make a smoke on this space. That's funny. Maybe there was some other way to do it. I don't care enough, however. Oh, Herald can just kill it directly and get all 3 experience for himself. There we go. Once again, I accidentally playing into the breach correctly. A thing that happens only accidentally nowadays. Yeah, if it wasn't for grid defense kicking in that one time, I would just be dead. For the 4% grid defense literally saved the run. But, okay, you know, a little bit of luck happens. We're still here. As cool as this is, and as cool as this guy is, spoiler, he's not cool. We got to take this grid power because this is the 3rd island. And so now we're going to be getting what we can and moving on. So what do we have? Prime, science, pushes all units in a line. I mean, maybe. And then this. Oh, the grappling hook. The issue is that I can sell this, which because I don't really need that. And then I'm at 9, and I can't actually buy these weapons. Like, I can sell 1 more weapon, right? This one I don't actually need. And then I am at 10, but then if I buy 3 power cores, I'm 1 short of being able to get this bonus weapon. So what I could do, I could sell this weapon, because Herald is giving me that. Ha! Then I could actually switch it to this. Okay, I guess that works. So basically, we sell off all this stuff, get 3 power cores and the science class weapon for my boy Herald. Whoop, there you go. Unlimited use. Well, I mean, I guess I should probably do that. Well, hold on. Let me check what I'm doing. I do want the extra movement and the extra damage. So if I want the unlimited use, I have to just content myself with 4 move on this mech, and that's fine. This is a ranged weapon now, so I guess it's okay. Okay, that's what we're doing. It's a little risky not getting 5 movement on this guy, but you know what? We gotta take some risks. Also, I didn't buy the full HP, and we've definitely seen it go down to 1 in multiple runs, so that was another risk I took. I didn't have to get this weird science weapon. Okay, no idea what the hell I'm doing here. We'll bait the blobber. I'll bait it actually as hard as I can with 2 spots that it can shoot into. And then that's that. Okay, Pylon RNG, not great. There is a 4 on my side, 3 on their side, and these 4 are kind of far away. But these are really close, and it can be difficult to babysit them. But the blobber bait worked, and this guy's gonna dash into the lava and catch fire. This guy's wasting his attack. The digger couldn't do anything. I mean, you know what? Honestly, compared to some of the shit we've seen, this is not bad, but I am concerned that there is no way to deal with this Hornet, just straight up. Can't fart on it because the pylon's here, which is why it's here. I can't push it back. And I am 1 move short of being able to push it laterally. Now, there is a weird line. Camilla, by the way, doesn't have enough movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If she had 6, she could have flown here and jumped over it. Okay, so basically, I could put my artillery mech here, do a push to push it here, and then have it shoot the Hornet. The problem is that then Camilla has to babysit this Firefly, and in so doing, she is not doing this incredible jump which kills 2 of the most dangerous enemies in one fell swoop. But the problem is that you cannot kill this Firefly, and neither can you. Well, hold on. What is this? What does this actually do? Just pushes all units in a line. Wait a minute. What the hell? Does this actually work? Oh, it actually works. I just bought this new weapon and forgot I had it. Okay, I guess we kill the digger and save the pylon. So since you cannot deal with this thing, I mean, I have to just babysit this with Camilla. The nice thing about it is that it does also stop this spot from working. Okay, so my artillery mech actually has the luxury of just doing whatever the hell. And I can kill this crab. I could also do damage to the boss. I could go here and I could shoot the boss and have it... It would attack the blobling unnecessarily. What am I more interested in? Killing a crab outright. Actually... Oh, the order's backwards. The Hornet attack first, then you fly through. Do you not catch fire when you do this? I don't know. My gut's telling me just to kill the crab, so I'm going to kill the crab. Could be wrong about this, but my thinking is that maybe this charger guy is kind of out of the way now. It's sort of out of position. Does it get caught in the lava or not? I don't know, actually. It does not. It just flies over it, like Jesus walking on water. So we have a Hornet, a Charger, the Blobber's still alive, and then this Firefly could still walk up here and shoot a pylon. It's not ideal, but the Hornet wasted its attack, which is huge. Okay, the Blobling did not waste its attack. You also wasted your attack, and you're going to kill this Firefly for me. Well, well, well. We're getting some sick-ass luck here. The Blobber's standing here where it's going to die. This Blobling, I can fart on it, no problem. I have nothing to do from here except do this damage. Fine. So, yep, 6 goes before 7. So this guy is going to race across, kill the Firefly for me. And we could just do whatever the hell. I don't even know what to do. What's the best thing to do? Is it to block spawns? Okay, let's do this. That seems like a smart move. And then, should I block a spawn? Yeah, fine. Let's block a spawn. I also have my science weapon, but I don't need it. So we're just gonna reset, or not reset, end the turn. Okay, there's one more round of spawns. I have 3 enemies. Granted, 2 of them are bosses, but still. 3 enemies and 3 characters. Maybe I can handle it. And no spawns. There is going to be, unfortunately, one more round of spawns. Oh, you went into the smoke. Oh, but it was after the smoke, so it didn't take damage from it. Darn. Okay, the lava's not going to help me, I bet. Okay, the Hornet's doing this again. The Charger is... Okay, we now know it will fly across the lava. Like a bitch. I can put Herald in front of it and have him die. Actually, Herald... This doesn't go through mountains, does it? No, it does not. And you know what would have been handy? One more move so he could have gone here and pushed it into the smoke, but he doesn't have that. Okay, so I could block the spawn. Do you have thick skin? You don't, but you have... Okay, so I can go here and fart on the boss, or I can go back here and push the boss into the smoke. If I push it into the smoke, it's blocking a spawn and taking 2 damage. Now, if I put my guy here, well, he can't push Herald. If I fart on it, I am on fire, and I am taking damage. Yeah. So I guess I'll push it. It's actually this. Oh, it doesn't block a spawn. It kills it. Oh, you're stuck here. Oops. Oh crap. Well, shit. But anyways, I guess we'll cancel that, and I suppose I'll repair. And yes, I know that pushes me, or pushes this thing, but it's okay because this guy's still in the smoke, and he's still gonna die from the smoke. So it's not ideal. I have this Hornet and 4 new enemies, but this may not be as bad as it looks because these land spaces are kind of cut off from any pylons. Okay, that unfortunately does not help against that enemy. The Charger, though, it might help against. And the Firefly it might help against. You're actually wasting your attack? That's insane. Okay. What is going on here? Okay, so you are wasting your attack. You are wasting your attack. You're not attacking. Okay. So we just need Herald to get experience and this Firefly to die. Well, that's fine. The Firefly just dies because of the fire that it is on. So I just need shared XP basically. A little tricky to get. Can I push everybody in a line? I pushed the Scarab into the water. That should level you up. Yep. And the Hornet, I can just outright kill it with Camilla. If I do this, do we get any shared XP? We do not. We do not. So I'm not going to catch on fire. So we're just going to go whoop, and leave everybody alive except for this Firefly who dies. Oh, but the experience didn't matter anymore because Herald already leveled up. So it's, as always, there's the thing that if you level up in the first level of the final mission, there is a chance that, there's a high chance that the thing doesn't matter. Because it might be something that well, I don't know if it's high chance, but there's a chance that what you get doesn't matter. Like Mech Reactor, you can't do anything with. I guess all the others, no, what am I talking about? It's just Mech Reactor, I think. There's nothing else that actually makes a difference. That like you would have had to be out of combat to take advantage of it, I believe. Okay, so we have 6 enemies, 2 bosses. Honestly, not the worst enemies. We don't have any of those pesky scarabs that I'm increasingly starting to get bothered by. Horrible pylon RNG, 4 versus 3, and it's right near the enemies. But then again, we got, let's be clear, ridiculously lucky this run. Just absolutely insane luck, and I played badly. So I'm lucky to be here, and if I have to cash out, well, I can't cash out 3 of these pylons. I can only cash out 2 of them. Something worth considering. Okay, this Firefly's being a bitch, of course. I would expect no less. Okay. What did Herald get? Masochist. Okay, this is the one. I don't know. I forget what it does. I don't remember. What is Masochist? Is that the one where you like get more movement or something? If the more damage you get or something? Okay, so we're going to just ignore that because it doesn't exist. So, let's see. If I just move everybody out of the way, this Charger does take care of the Blobling for me. It's actually kind of awkward because I would have liked to stand in here and do a push. It would have pushed the bomb up, pushed the Digger into the rocks, and pushed the Blobling out of the way. Right? So that's good. Then I have this Charger, though, who's killing my mech. And the Crab and the Firefly boss are both causing a problem. I also have this push thing that I could use, which I could use to, well, it's not great. I mean, I could push this Crab with it. I could push the boss with it. Push the boss down here. It's honestly just not really that great. I would have liked to get in here. I could have actually, oh my god, if Herald could get the fuck in here, he could push this boss onto the rocks and push this Firefly away. But this rock and this Charger are stopping him up. Okay, let's consider a crazy line. I walk all the way ass over here. I push this Charger to free the Herald to go here. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what we're gonna do. I really want to kill one of these bots. Oh, no. Then we never deal with the Crab. We never deal with the Crab with that line. Crap. Yep. I think that taking a line to kill this boss and cashing out 2 grid defense immediately is probably not correct. Okay, what if I get back here and I do the push weapon? So it babysits the Firefly and moves the Charger. That accomplishes very little. I mean, it really is just babysitting the Firefly, basically, because the Charger is actually already doing a job. It's killing this Blobling for me. I mean, I may be overthinking things. I mean, I could just do a jump with Camilla here. Kill the Digger with smoke. You, to be productive, could just push this crab or push this boss. Well, I don't want you to push the boss. I want you to push the crab, and then you could push the boss and just do 4 damage to it while also babysitting it. God, my instincts are telling me there is just something I am overlooking. Let me just consider this idea of getting in here and pushing this digger and pushing the blobling. So it still kills the digger and it still takes care of the blobling. That means, though, that instead of killing the digger with Camilla, I am killing it with Harold. So is there some value that I now have because my artillery mech and my flying mech have moves? Well, the issue is that this charger would then be killing Harold. So in addition to dealing with the crab and the boss, I have to deal with the charger, which I could if I could get here with my range mech, but unfortunately this move does not move this rock away, so she's still body blocked from being able to do that, and my flying mech cannot deal with any two of these things. They're all diagonal from each other and they're not clumped up. I think that means the obvious move is the correct move, although I could still be missing something. I'm just really sad that I could not push this hornet into the rocks. Wait, what am I actually doing? Hold it. Oh, right. Wait a minute. Okay, it works. Hold on, I like do this. Right, and I push everything that way. No, then I push the bomb into the path of the boss. I mean, I could take it, but there's no reason. I'm gonna use my reset. And I have frivolously used resets in the past and then really regretted it. But there is a way to do this, and I think I'm willing to save the HP. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna keep the mech here and take 2 damage from the hornet and do this. What's the difference? I guess it doesn't matter. That protects it, and then you do the obvious move and you kill the digger. So what happens is both bosses are alive, a charger, a blobber, and a crab are alive, and a new enemy. So it's bad. The claws are not coming up in places where the enemies are likely to stand. Yeah, something about that first move I didn't like. But on the plus side, it didn't take any grid damage. So, I mean, we could still have 2 pylons get killed and still be alive. All right, the Firefly maybe is gonna have a tough time doing a move. I don't know if that's true or not. The blobber's threatening a pylon and a bomb. That's really bad. I can't actually use my science weapon very well to protect it. Okay, well, Firefly did find a way to shoot at something. Okay, so this is shooting at stuff. This is actually wasting its attack. Hold up, I don't actually care about this. Crap, this Firefly, if I shoot sideways and fart on it, it doesn't do me any good. But okay, what if I fart on this boss and I hit and kill the blobber? I then babysit this hornet with my flyer, and that leaves you to do what? There's a weird move. I can step out of the way of this crab, and I can push the bomb and the blobling in path of the charger. The charger will still push the blobling into the pylon, but the thing is, I actually have like an extra HP, sort of, because I can kill 2 pylons and I have 2 HP left, so I can take 1 more damage. I think that might be what I have to do. I just don't see any other way. If I could have gotten in here... No, that wouldn't have done it. Okay, I can go here. Actually, wait a minute. This is better. It accomplishes the same thing of doing a damage, but then the charger will charge into the lava. All right, we're just going to do it. So we repair. Charger dies. We go here. I'd never dealt with this Firefly. Well, I don't think there was any way of dealing with it. There's just too much stuff. So, I could babysit this Firefly and block a spawn, or I could do damage to the boss. I don't care about killing this boss. I am actually going to block a spawn. So, there's 1 more round of relevant spawns, and I have 1 more pylon that can just get hit. I think I'm actually in a decent spot, I think. Because nobody spawned, so it is just 3 enemies, 3 characters. I can let something get blown up, and then this last round of spawns is the only round of spawns that matters. Now the crab is going after the bomb, which I technically don't actually have to deal with, but I could just push the bomb out of the way. And you're going after a pylon, and you're wasting your attack. Oh my god. Okay. Well, let's see. I could push the Hornet into smoke and have it block a spawn. I could also push the Firefly into... No, but then the Firefly dies. Okay. So, I think I go here. And I just kill this crab. I go here. Repair. Push the Hornet into smoke, canceling its attack, doing 3 damage to it, 2 from the smoke, 1 from the spawn, and it blocks the spawn. And then I do this, kill the Firefly, block a spawn. Oh my god. Well, it took an incredible amount of luck. I think if you watch this video, like, the enemy positioning was insanely lucky. Grid defense of like of 4%, triggering twice during the run was outrageously improbable. But, you know what? If you're bad at the game, you sometimes need a little bit of luck to tip the scales in your favor. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I will see you again soon. Take care. And of course, if you want to stick around for the bonus stuff, feel free. So, if you are sticking around, now the question is, what am I doing with my next squad? I have a really, really good Camilla. She has, well, the technician is not that amazing, but the skilled for the 2 extra HP and the move is really, really good. You know what this might be time for? It might be time for the Riftwalkers, because that's kind of like, that's just like the starting squad, and that's the one squad where it's like, meh, you know, I could kind of use any pilot. And it might not be optimal to put Camilla on that squad with the smoke and web immunity, but it does come up a lot. I mean, there are lots of enemies that web and some that smoke. And even if you're not making smoke, it is kind of cool that you can always bait those webbed enemies and just be immune to it. Someone like Henry who can move through enemies is probably all around better for that squad. I mean, you could keep Harold, but his abilities are worse and his natural ability is worse. So yeah, we're going to do this. And yeah, I think it's going to be the Riftwalkers. Let's get it done. And then hopefully I actually succeed at the missions and can find a pilot during the run that I can use in my subsequent run. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.